Pisces, you must be feeling the impact of retrograde Saturn in your sun sign right now. You have to fight the urge to isolate yourself, to get too serious about everything, to withdraw, to mistrust others. It's a fairly significant transit. And because you're born with the Sun in Pisces, especially those of you that are born in the earlier part of the sign of the fish, this could really dull your life force, your energy levels, and to some extent even your health. You have to be careful not to give in to this tendency to see the downside of everything. And right now, that will be particularly influencing your career, because Saturn has what we call a reverse square. It's a challenging aspect to the professional area of your life, and that may make your day-to-day working activities much harder than normal. It's almost as if there's not a lot of joy in what you're doing in your work. This requires you to dig deep, to find the positive amidst these challenging times. The people around you may be a little bit dark, a little bit gloomy. You may not be receiving the feedback or the social intercourse that you would otherwise enjoy. Has something changed within the circumstances of your work? Perhaps you've got a new employer who has a whole new regime, a different style when approaching the tasks that are needed. And so this is a big adjustment period for you. I think also you may need to extend your horizons in terms of the way you earn money. For some of you, there may be a second job necessary. It's tough times for a lot of people. You know, the increased interest rates, that puts a lot of downward pressure on, your repayments for things, your food bills, that sort of thing. So there could be a little bit of anger associated with that, because the Mars and Sun combo in your 8th house in the sign of Libra shows anger towards someone, the way they're managing money, anger in terms of how you're getting paid. Perhaps you're being shortchanged on some level. Have you been able to speak up? Maybe not, because the transit of Saturn there shows that you're withdrawn. You may be nursing this anger. Better to talk about it. That's more likely when we see the new moon transit after the 10th. Moon will transit that 8th house and then make a conjunction with Mars, which makes you far more likely to be able to talk about how you feel and how you're pissed off about something. And you've got to be honest. As long as you're courteous and respectful in the way you handle that situation, I think all will go well for you. I've talked about the transit of Pluto in your 11th house. I think that's continuing now as a trend towards ushering a whole new social level for you. New people, new social circles, also a new way of interacting with friends and acquaintances. I think there's been a dramatic shift in terms of what it is you need from your social engagements. And that, of course, is the responsibility of Pluto retrograde, so that empowers it. It makes it far more powerful in terms of the way it transforms you and your relationships with others. There may be people you meet now that are completely out of the ilk of what you usually are drawn to. The initial response to that may be to head for the hills and avoid any involvement with people whose characters you feel are not quite in keeping with the traditional model you've had. But believe me, Pisces, this is a period where you may learn a whole lot of new things. You engage with people with different personality types, different goals. It may seem a bit of an odd thing, but I think in some ways, at least, you're going to know what it is you don't want. But you may learn things from that person or these people that are going to help you in your self-development and your personal goals in ways you probably didn't realize. Pluto breaks down the existing structure of friendships, the social order, the way in which you've engaged. And generally, I see this as part of a process where you may be evolving much, much more rapidly than some of your peers. You may see that disparity now in what it is you desire to satisfy you in life as compared to what your traditional friends have desired in their lives. So, there's going to be a bit of a gap, and it's okay to move on. I'm not saying you demolish the friendship, but, you focus your energy on people and activities that are going to more or less bring you the satisfaction that you want. It's pointless being in relationships that are based purely on habit. Well, it's always been like this, so I guess no, you don't need to do that. That goes for any relationship. So I want you to examine that. I want you to question it, and I want you to be patient with that Saturn transit, especially in your work. Just go slow, and at least if you can't action anything right now, make sure that your plan is intact and rock solid for the coming months. You'll weather the storm, and I'm sure you're going to come out ahead. Take a look at astrology.com.au. We've got more there for you at the site. Just follow the links below. Please subscribe. We need your subscriptions, and we need you here next month. I'll be here, same time, same channel. Looking forward to giving you your Oracle Express for November. Do take care. See you then. Bye-bye for now.